And here we have Big Jim.
Hey, welcome to Gun Stuff. Scott Kiefner here. Wanted to give you our overall impressions of our first time at the range with this gun. When you first take this gun out of the box, it feels great. The finger grooves and everything, the gun feels really solid in your hand. You get the advantages of feeling a little bit of lightweight polymer and getting some nice grip. They got some stippling on here. It's not near as aggressive as some of the other models that I've seen and some of their other models as well. But one of the things I did like was the stainless slide and the viewport chamber on top. So when I was doing my press checks and everything, it was a lot easier with the front serrations. Only thing on this one is that there isn't as much slide on top for you to grip and do your serrations. So it's just one of those things that's going to have to be a training issue where you're just going to have to get used to just doing a top mounted press check. But this gun here was by far the most accurate one that we had while we were out there. So we shot a lot of different groups, we shot a lot of different types of ammo, and this thing performed flawlessly.
Go steal.
One of the things I did like about it is the fact that it had the hammer and the metal trigger instead of your polymer triggers that has the little trigger safety on here. So every time when you're pulling this, you have a much more solid engagement with your trigger and when you're going to feel the trigger and when you're going to feel the trigger break. So in shooting this, when you go to shoot these hammer fired guns, you have this, when you run this locked and loaded in this position here, it makes it a lot easier to get your first shot off and get a nice, solid, well-aimed first shot because the trigger is going to be at its lightest setting in a double action, single action mode. So right here you have it in single action, but when you're firing, of course it resets every time, but if you're carrying it in this position here, then when you go to pull it, it has a much longer, heavier trigger pull. So with this gun here, you're able to lock it to the rear and put it on safe and carry it locked and loaded so that when you draw on your draw stroke coming out, you come out, you hit your safety, and then you're ready to fire a very light trigger pull. Another great thing that I loved about this is the fact that SAR is using metal magazines on these. So this metal magazine makes your reloads much faster. So when this thing drops, it drops quickly and it drops cleanly. So one of the things that we loved about this the most is, again, the accuracy. This is a shorter barrel than some of the other models that we shot, but this one still held the better group, and I'm not exactly sure if it was the barrel or if it was the combination of the target sights that are a better sight combination. But we hope you enjoy this review, and we'll see you next time at Gun Stuff.